What's up, Ferrall fans? Mafia and Carver High back with you again. 3 nights in a row. Probably the last one for this week, as I'm going to be headed out myself for a couple days off. Scott will be back on Monday. Talk about everything that went on over the weekend. Tell you about his vacation. Get you back into the football action. College basketball is going to be underway. NBA and NHL. Plenty to talk about when he comes back on Monday. But for now, you got us once again. So I guess the big thing to talk about since the weekend's coming up is the big games.
That's right.
The biggest one in college is really only one that matters most. There's a couple where...
Light schedule this week.
Yeah, the top teams got to worry about some upsets here or there.
Yeah.
They shouldn't, because they should blow them out in every game. But the big one, of course, USC and Washington. Last week, Texas A&M gets that number 4 seed. Everyone says they shouldn't be there.
Right.
All of a sudden, they get upset. Can Washington avoid the upset with USC and keep winning in big ways like they have all year?
I think so. The game's at home. The game's in Washington. USC has played a lot better over the last month. There's no doubt about that. But I think Washington now being in the spot, they're going to show you something this week. They're going to be pumped up. I think Washington takes care of business, and they laid a big number up on USC this week, I think. I think they're going to get it done. And like you said, those other teams got to be careful. I think they'll all get by. Alabama's playing Mississippi State. Clemson's playing Pitt. Michigan's at Iowa. Ohio State's at Maryland. All games that those 4 teams should win,
Right.
and should win in a big way. Will any of them get scared this weekend? Will we get a scare?
Right, any trap games?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think all 4 of those win pretty handily.
I think I agree with you for the most part. I agree with you on Washington, too. I mean, I don't think they're going to do like they've done on everyone else and put up 50, 60 points easily and just blow them out. USC has played a whole lot better since they made the change of quarterback. They put up a lot of points themselves lately. Might be a shootout. I mean, but let's not forget Washington has the kid that probably would be maybe one of the Heisman favorites, if not for Lamar Jackson.
Browning's going to be there.
I mean, the kid's been throwing bombs all over the field.
Yeah. Browning's been real good. He'll probably be in New York. Won't win it with the way Jackson's played, but Browning's done an outstanding job, and I think he'll get it done again this Saturday.
I agree. So we're both thinking that Washington's going to hold on, keep that number 4 ranking, and get by USC. Could be a tough game. That's the marquee one to watch in college football. Now we move over to Sunday. The 2 biggest games are some of the 2 biggest teams, the ones that people are talking about in the AFC and NFC as being the best ones.
Right.
Dallas going to Pittsburgh, see if Big Ben can rebound in his second game back since injury. And then, of course, the night game, Sunday night, see if they can pick up the ratings on another national game because Seattle plays New England.
It's going to be, those 2 games are fascinating to me to watch this week. And like you say, it's weird. You got the what people think are the 2 best teams in the NFC right now. Atlanta would have a little something to do with that, but and then you got the 2 teams that everybody thinks might play in the AFC title game. If Pittsburgh's 4-4, but they can get themselves straightened out, Ben get healthy, they could be there. Interesting to see. I'm interested to see Dallas go on the road and play a team like Pittsburgh. Should be an interesting matchup. That defense, if Ben can get out there, throw a little bit to Brown, get Bell going. I want to see that Dallas defense get tested a little bit. And then a tough road environment for Dak Prescott and Elliott to get involved with also. So that game intrigues me a lot. And the night game is going to be a lot of fun. Rematch of Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't too impressed with Seattle Monday night because my team was throwing the ball all over them in Seattle, which makes me think, who knows what Brady and those guys off a bye are going to do to them next week.
It's going to be a very interesting matchup in that game, too, between Gronk and Jimmy Graham.
Right.
The 2 best tight ends in the game right now, catching balls all over the place.
No doubt.
We'll see what they do against the other's team. I mean, to me, I agree with you. I haven't been that impressed with Seattle. Their vaunted Legion of Boom has not been very dangerous to me.
They're not the Legion of Boom anymore.
No, they've let up too many points and too many teams to me. I don't think they're as good as they used to be. I think Tom Brady's going to have a field day with them up in Foxborough. I think it's going to be a very dangerous game for them. Maybe they put up some points. Like I said, Jimmy Graham's getting going. They've got some connections with Russell Wilson getting healthier. But that running game still hasn't gotten going to me. I still haven't seen that game like it was with Marshawn Lynch.
No,
they're not multifaceted. They're really one-dimensional right now with Russell Wilson and the passing game. So I think New
England blows them out, to be quite honest with you.
It might be.
When I say blowout, I think they might win that game by 10 to 20 points. Maybe. I think so. I'm going by what I saw recently from Seattle. And when my team throws the ball on you as much as they did on Monday, I can't imagine what Brady and Gronk and company are going to do to him on Sunday night.
Right, with what Robert Woods to him. Imagine what
Robert
Gronk's going to do.
Woods going wild on the Legion of Boom, which, that's kind of gone away. But Seattle's also been missing guys on D too. So I got to say that. Monday night when they played the Bills, no Chancellor, no Michael Bennett. They were missing guys. They get those guys back, they could become that D again. But Sunday night in Foxborough, I don't know. I
They
think it's going to
could've.
be tough for
Let's
them.
not forget, Seattle got a lot of help from the refs in that game against Buffalo.
They sure did.
No one gets more help from the refs than Tom Brady.
No.
He's the golden child. You protect Tom Brady at all costs if you're wearing those stripes. Otherwise, Goodell's going to be all over you, and you're not coming in next week.
Nope.
And in that game in the Pittsburgh-Dallas game, I agree with you. A lot of people said Dallas, their defense is going to be their downfall, just like they said 2 years ago. So far, it stood up. But now you got Antonio Brown, you got Bell, you got Big Ben, hopefully a little healthier. I mean, he did not look good last week.
No.
But he always looks bad the week after, coming off the injury.
Yeah.
Then he starts getting going again. It's going to be a tough test for them. And it's going to be a tough test for Pittsburgh's defense.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of offensive weapons for Dallas. Prescott's hit his receivers. You know, he's hit Beasley, he's hit Dez, he's hit Witten. And then, of course, you have the NFL's leading rusher in the rookie Ezekiel Elliott and that just dangerous offensive line for Dallas. So I think it's going to be a war of attrition there. That might be a really close game.
I think it's going to be a bit of a shootout. I think you're going to see some points in that game. I could see that game getting in the low 30s maybe for both teams. I like Pittsburgh to win this Sunday, though. I think Pittsburgh's going to find a way to get it
See if there's
done.
any kind of weather front that moves in and messes things up, too.
You never know with that also.
You never know, especially down at the rivers there. You get the wind blowing. It's dangerous.
I think they're going to put points on the board. I think both teams are going to score.
Well, we'll have to see. So those are the biggest games this week in college and pro football. For Carver High and Mafia saying, see you next week when Sky's back. We'll see you on the air 10 to 2 Eastern, only on CBS Sports Radio.